As some of you would know, I'm doing a hashtag Healthier Baking with Shivesh series on my Instagram and YouTube channel. We made the peanut butter oats bars last week and the whole wheat strawberry cake the week before that. In continuation to that, we're baking a batch of whole wheat biscotti today, which is again refined sugar free and packed with the goodness of nuts and seeds. So let's dive into the recipe and let's get started. So to make the biscottis, I'm only going to use this one big bowl, which I think is fantastic. I'll start by adding 1/4 cup of vegetable oil into the bowl. To this, I'm adding 2/3 cups of shakkar or jaggery. Jaggery adds such a beautiful flavor to the biscotti. I absolutely love it. I'll mix the two ingredients well until they're nicely incorporated and then add in 2 eggs. So I haven't tried baking these biscottis without eggs, but you could definitely try substituting them with 2 flax eggs, which I think should work really well. Once the eggs are beaten in, now is the time to add in the dry ingredients. I'm using 1 1/3 cup of atta or whole wheat flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'll mix this in until the dough comes together. Remember, unlike a cake batter, this dough is going to be super thick and super sticky, so don't worry. Once the dough is ready, I'll add in some nuts and seeds. I like to add about 1/2 cup of mixed nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, which add a lot of flavor and crunch to the biscotti. I'm also throwing in a tablespoon of chia seeds, some pumpkin seeds, some white poppy seeds, and to add some sweetness, dried cranberries. Of course, you could use any nuts and seeds that you have at hand. Once all the goodness is mixed into my dough, I'll now transfer it into a loaf pan lined with parchment paper. Lining the pan with parchment paper helps me ensure that once the loaf is baked, I can pull it out of the pan very easily. And I also like to use an offset spatula to flatten the top. My oven is preheating at 180 degrees Celsius and I'll bake this loaf for about 20 minutes or until the top is nice and golden brown. Once the loaf has baked, let it cool completely, pull it out of the pan, and then using a sharp knife, slice it into 3-inch thick slices. This is when you need to be very careful and gentle because the biscotti is delicate and might break. I'll now place these slices on a baking tray lined with parchment paper or a silicone mat and bake them for another 10 minutes, this time at 150 degrees Celsius, so that the biscottis dry out and become nice and crunchy just like I want them to be. So if you're looking for a simple tea time dessert which is healthy and delicious at the same time, this whole wheat biscotti is the recipe that you need. If you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel because I share a lot of recipes every week. I'll be back next week with another recipe. Until then, happy baking.